Hi, my name is Angela Castillo. I am 35 years old and I have breast cancer. I was recently diagnosed at the end of September, and I never knew I would ever hear the words invasive ductal carcinoma or what that would mean to me specifically. But it's a pretty scary thing to get that kind of diagnosis at such a young age. It was really quite by the grace of God that I was even found out that I had it. The first thing all my doctors asked me when I got in was, how did you find out? Because of course, until you're 40, you don't have to do mammograms. And I told them, well, my kids were running through the house, and my son Ethan was chasing my daughter Hannah, and Hannah, of course, came running to Mom, and I was laying in bed, and she jumped on me and hit my breast, and immediately I reached for it and said, "Ow," and at that point, once I reached for my breast, I felt it. I felt the lump, and I knew it wasn't something that was supposed to be there. And that is when my life changed. My ex at the time was at the house, and I immediately yelled for him and told him to touch this, and by then I was crying, and he told me, "Oh, don't worry, it's okay. I'm sure it's nothing." But I knew, you just know it didn't feel right. And I immediately called my doctor the next morning, got in. My doctor felt it. He said, it's probably just a clogged duct, but if it'll make you feel better, I'll get you to do an ultrasound and a mammogram if they think it's needed. Yes, that will make me feel better. So that's what we did, and within a week I was in there, and the ultrasound, as soon as they pulled it up on the ultrasound, I could see it all over her face. She didn't, she said immediately that a biopsy would be needed, and that, that she could tell by the I want to say the depth, but that wasn't the word she used. It was by the mass, the proportions of the mass, or the density, maybe that was the word she used, that we were dealing with cancer. And so that's how it got started. That happened the end of September. I got my results September 29th. And so October was filled with lots of tests. I had 2 biopsies, I had 2 mammograms, I had 2 ultrasounds, and then eventually I had my PET scan at the beginning of November, which that was that was better than the CT scan that I had. And that was, of course, what showed if it had spread anywhere. And so within 2 months, my life's totally been changed upside down. I was a person who wasn't a big fan of drinking water, I'll be honest. Unless it was ice cold and filtered, I just wasn't going to drink it. Now I have to drink mass amounts of water, and there's no more being picky about it, that's for sure. I have 34 pills I take every day, and I didn't know it was possible to eat so much fruit and vegetables in one day, but I have managed to do that as well. Everything's been different, everything. Those things are things that changed in the positive, as far as, getting me healthy, and some things that changed that weren't so positive is, unfortunately, the way that everybody looks at me. I wish I could change that. I wish that people would look at me like they did before, with a careless smile, and witty banter, and instead of doing the whole side, with the pursed lips, and it's not their fault. It's not their fault at all. Everybody that does it, I know that's what all they know how to do, and I appreciate that, and I'm not being judgmental. I'm in no place to be judgmental on anybody. It's just one of those things, like, if I could change it, that would be, one of the things I would change, because I miss that. I miss looking at my mom without her tearing up. I miss my dad looking at me without his heart breaking. I wish I could sleep next to my children. My daughter, who's a big fan of snuggling with mom, so that she could fall asleep in her bed. She can't, because I have tubes, and I'm so sore from surgery that she's scared that she's gonna hurt me. So, hugs aren't the same, and I'm a big hugger. So, anyways, lots of things have changed. Welcome to my battle with breast cancer. Like I tell my kids, everything's gonna be okay. I'm gonna be okay. We're gonna get through this. And we're gonna be better for it. We're gonna be better for it. I'm gonna be stronger. I'm going to live life harder and appreciate every bit of it. Every bit of it. So, thanks for being a part of my journey, and I'm supremely thankful for everybody that's helped and donated. It's very hard to ask for help. It's very, very hard. I've never been very good at it. So, thank you for being a good human being and helping someone who it just absolutely is gut-wrenching. Putting my problems out into the public world and asking for help. It's pretty brutal. I'm not gonna lie. It's pretty brutal. So, anyways, it's 4:30 in the morning. I probably should get some more ice and try and get some sleep, but I just wanted to tell everyone thank you, and I'll keep you posted on the next step. All right. Good night.